Hello and welcome to Blue Club Sports. I am back. I've been gone for a while. It seems like I was on vacation in San Antonio for the weekend. Reason being was I was watching a USL Championship match. So if you guys don't know, in my pilot episode, as you can see, I'm a big fan of the RGV Toros. They're my local team for football, and I've been trying to go to as many games as I can. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not like super knowledgeable about the team and the squad. I just watch and I see what they're trying to do more or less, but I just wanted to say, give you a little quick video because I know I'm probably one out of, few people that actually do Toros content, but I'll probably do some more once the playoffs start, if we make it. Hopefully we do, but I just want to do a quick video because when people ask me, do I watch the game domestically, I tell them yes. I just don't support my team Chelsea in the Premier League. And then they ask me what my favorite MLS team is, and I tell them if I were to have one, it would be New York City because I'm a huge Yankees fan, as you can see. And with their relationship with the Yankees, I would choose them, right? And I have a couple jerseys of them too. I watched their playoff run last year as much as I could. But if I were to say my domestic team, it would be the Toros. And this would be a little bit of a hot take that will piss off all the MLS fans. But honestly, I like watching the USL Championship more than MLS because at the end of the day, MLS, the way it's structured, it's real smart, right? It's basically structured like the NFL, the MLB, and the NBA, where it's kind of like, well, MLS is a single entity, right? And I guess you could say the other leagues as well. But, I bought the New York Giants training camp hat, and all they did was replace the logo and change the color scheme, but it's the same exact design. And that's how NFL works is, well, I bought this shirt, but it's basically the same as the Packers. It's just a different color scheme. But I don't know if it's the tribalism of football, but I just don't like, that's too Americanization of the sport, where everyone looks the same. Everyone has the same jerseys, just different color scheme. The fact that it's all made by Adidas, I'm not a big fan of. It's just too Americanized for me to take seriously. It feels like a different game. It really does. And then I just feel like these. I'm gonna be honest. I like the USL Championship because the fans know the teams. They don't, take it too far. Whereas you see in MLS, like these fans act like their teams are like legit, and it's just weird. It's just weird because it's all, how do I say it? It's just MLS is like kind of too manufactured for me. It's not organic. The team's not formed because I don't know. It's very foreign from what I'm used to with the Premier League, and the USL Championship I feel is like closer to that. Of course, you have promotion, relegation, you have the football pyramid and all that. But I just want to put a quick take out there because I do have people asking me, "Where's the MLS content?" And honestly, I haven't. The last time I watched an MLS game has been a couple months, just because I follow the Toros. I've watched the USL Championship games on ESPN Plus, and it's just. I just don't have an interest, I don't see the point in going for the Toros and then going for an MLS team. It's just too much. But I would say MLS team, I would go with New York City, and I will probably do MLS playoff content once it comes around because that's something I do sit down and watch because MLS, one thing I will give them is those players are super fit. They run up and down the court. Well, I say court because it reminds me of a basketball game, honestly. Like the way they play, it's just high pace, very frenetic, and it's good to watch. Of course, they don't really take their chances as much, right? Because they would be playing in Europe if they did. But yeah. But to go back to this game, pardon my take, but man, if you live like in the San Antonio area, as a Toros fan, and I know there's a rivalry between the Toros and San Antonio, I really recommend you go attend a match, because every time I've been there for 2 games, one against Phoenix and then one against the Toros this past weekend. It's just crazy atmosphere. It's really something. You don't get a minor league feel with the crowd and the atmosphere. It's really top marks, really, for what it is, right? A second division football club. But yeah, the game, I was probably the only Toros fan there. I was trying to see where the Stampede were, which was the fan group. I didn't see them anywhere, but and I didn't wear any gear because I was probably gonna get shot in the parking lot, because I know there was a rivalry there, but I'd never been to San Antonio. And man, they were. I feel bad for the Toros players, because they were really getting, chewed out and told off and all the good stuff. But honestly, that's part of football. Like, if you ask the Toros players, like it's just, that's football. Like, you just take it. And so I feel like if I was a Toros player, I would be like, this is like, at least they give a shit, right? But yeah, the fans there, man, they were going at the ref, and I'll be honest, the ref was shit. Like, the ref was giving Toros a bunch of calls and like yellows for fouls, but it was just the ref. And this is the same thing I said about Chelsea Tottenham last week, was the ref needs to open his eyes and say, okay, this is a rivalry game. It's a hostile crowd. You either clamp down on all the fouls or you let them play. You can't have both. And he was doing both again. It's just inconsistent. And then the ref talking to the linesman, and then the game was being played. It was just a farce. And I think MLS have their own league of refs, like their MLS refs. But with USL, they have US Soccer Federation refs, and my goodness, they fucking suck. They are garbage. Every time I go to a Toros game, it's like, this ref sucks. This ref, they're always shit. Like, they're always shit. And I'm complaining, even though he was giving Toros a bunch of the calls, like, all the time. Like, he really helped us, but it's just shit. It's just shit. And that's the thing. If you're an MLS fan, you go to one of these games, you see how bad the reffing is, the officiating, you probably won't. That might be enough for you to be like, yeah, this is a joke. You won't come back. So they really need to fix that if they want to grow the league, honestly. And then also, like, what's the U.S. soccer doing, really? Like, you can go on and on about how, inept they are when it comes to choosing venues for friendlies, the ticket prices they charge for friendlies, but yeah, it was just a joke. It was really a joke. The whole organization's really embarrassing, honestly. But the game, Toros scored 2 goals, and I was like, holy shit! Like, because the Toros at home, it definitely, I don't know what it is, but they definitely do not play the same at home. They play slightly worse, and I've heard, and there's another guy that does Toros content. I found him on Instagram, but yeah, he brought up the point that the Toros for some reason do not play the same at home. They away from home, like, we go and we stand toe to toe with Oakland, we stand toe to toe with San Diego Loyal, but like at home, like they get points off of us from home. It's just weird. But yeah, we were going 2-0 into the half, and what's coming. We're gonna park the bus, we're gonna play defensive. But I will admit, the first half of the second half, if that makes sense, we were going at them. We had, at least from the top of my head, 2 clear-cut chances. We just did not put them away. And then, honestly, the 2 goals from San Antonio, they're a fucking class, man. Like, there's no way you can, like, shit on them, because our best player on the field, O'Connor Ward, he's our left back, he was 1v1, and the guy, O'Connor Ward, from my angle, looked like he was covering the near post, and then the guy just takes it to the far post, posting in. It's like, come on, you can't even blame Tyler Derrick for that or Connor Ward. It was just a great goal. And then, of course, the free kick where Coronado got sent off. Yeah, it's just we know what we're doing, right? Like we're just basically trying to, bother them, get under their skin. He gets a double yellow because he's interfering with the free kick and standing too close to the ball. And I wasn't too mad about it. It's gamesmanship. Like, we're trying to get 3 points, no matter what. And definitely the momentum was on San Antonio's side. But yeah, it was just it was just crazy. But and then the second goal for San Antonio, to the equalizer, that was just like a header, that just like a rainbow header, just looped over everyone. It's just, what can you do? But I'm gonna be honest, the rivalry is real. My final thoughts on this game: the rivalry is real. San Antonio FC is the class of USL. I will admit that they're the best team in USL. Hell, they even beat Austin in Open Cup, right? But the fact that the San Antonio fans were celebrating this draw like if it was a win made me proud. It was like, okay, it was worth driving up, because that's like, honestly, positive thinking. Yes, we blew a 2-goal lead, but positive thinking is we got the respect. They're not gonna, because teams with standards, they would be pissed off, like we had to fight to get a point from at a home match, but the Toros played well, man. The Toros, like, I was really impressed. I was really proud of them. And yeah, the weirdest thing about the Toros is how they start play. Tyler Derrick just whips out to the wings, like a long ball to the wings. And he does this like in his pre-match routine. I'm pretty sure this is coming from Wilmer Cabrera, the head coach, but I've never seen that before. Maybe I just don't pay attention when I watch, Chelsea play or whatnot, but I've never seen where he only punts to the wings, and it works sometimes. It really does. But yeah, the way both teams played was you hit it long, get the second ball, and it's just, of course, it's not, tiki-taka or that. But honestly, it's a very physical type of football that is very entertaining to watch. And yeah, I was really proud. And yeah, if basically what I'm trying to get at is it was a great game. If you're an MLS fan and you pity, like you shit on USL, honestly, I don't think it's right. Of course, there's USL teams are not all created the same. There's probably some that are kind of, dead fan base and all that, but yeah, if you can go to San Antonio, I would highly recommend it. It's just go as a neutral even. They're great games, great atmospheres, and yeah, just the Toros. If you would have told me they were going to get a point away from home, I would have taken it, because we need all the points we can. But the way we conceded those 2 goals, like, yeah, you can't do anything about it. They're class, but it's just football's not fair, and we all know that, right? But yeah, hopefully the Toros, they get another win. They're like on this super long road trip, I believe. So I'm not going to even get to watch them at home for like a few weeks at least. So, but if you guys enjoy the content, I'll start doing more videos about the Toros. Like I said, I go to like all the games basically, unless I work. But yeah, if you, I wasn't really planning on doing Toros content, but I just wanted to let you guys know what I was up to, why there was a break in content. But yeah, that's all I got on this video. Like the video if you like the Toros content. If you wanted to comment down below what you think. If you want to see more Toros content. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed or you're a Toros fan, subscribe in case I do more Toros videos in the future. And I do all those other sports. I'll cover NFL, MLB. I'll cover the Premier League. Golf even. If you look at my channel, I have a lot of golf videos. But yeah, that's basically what I'm about. And thank you for watching. You have a good day.